Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is for the bold and beautiful April 25th, 2025. Okay, so not too much. Hold on. Not too much happened on today's new episode, y'all. It was still the fashion show. Hold on, this phone falling on this tripod thing. I got this car mount in the phone. I got this car mount in the car, and it won't stay still. But yeah, on today's episode of Bold and Beautiful, it was a continuation of the fashion show. So Brooke and Taylor was still locked in the room or whatever. And I was like, is Brooke gonna tell her the reason why she's trying so hard to get up out of there? But Brooke kept dropping hints, but she didn't really say anything. She didn't say anything or whatever. Everybody was looking for Brooke. I think, who was it? It was Katie. What's his name? Will. Was Electra with them? I think Electra was with them, if I'm not mistaken. And they all, going to get Charlie. Charlie came and finally unlocked the door or whatever, and she got out in time. She got out in time to put on the dress or whatever and go on stage. Because Reed had just went out there. He was informing the audience that the show stopped. They're not going to be able to continue it because of showstopper or whatever. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. Yeah, they weren't gonna be able to continue with the fashion show because of the showstopper. Then next thing you know, Brooke stuck their leg out and started walking in slow mo. She started walking in slow motion, y'all. And then she walked on stage or whatever. I was waiting on Taylor. I was looking for Steffi. But yeah, by the end of the episode, they showed Taylor. She was out there staring. Reed's just smiling and stuff when he seen her in this gown. I said, I told y'all. But based on, we're gonna continue in a minute. But based on the preview that they showed for next week's new episode, I think Reed was telling Eric something about he's committed to someone else. I was like, wait a minute now. Y'all know they combine different clips to make us think one thing. So we gotta wait until next week before we actually give our opinion. But I'm gonna give it anyway. Hold on. He's supposed to be telling Eric that he's committed to somebody else. And I was like, even with that alone, that clip alone, I was like, I don't think he's supposed to. I don't think he's supposed to say that. When you're in a committed relationship, yes, you are in a committed relationship, but you're supposed to say, Taylor's the only one for me. Taylor's the only one for me. I don't want anybody else. Brooke and I, we did what we did. It's over with, stuff like that. He's telling Eric on next week's episode that he's committed to somebody else. I said, I don't think that's how it works. But I feel like, do y'all think that Taylor, the reason she been steady popping up lately, well, I ain't gonna say lately because she been popping up before then. Hold on, y'all. She been popping up before then or whatever. I was gonna ask y'all if y'all think that she kind of got the feeling that Reach is gonna return to Brooke or what? Cause look, I almost forgot this part. When they was back there locked in the room, Brooke gonna turn around and tell this lady, tell my son, she want them to be friends. Then she was like, well, she basically want them to be cordial with one another and stuff like that. I said, you full of crap. So then Taylor started bringing up Ridge, and I was like, both of y'all just sitting here, look at y'all. But yeah, Brooke was telling Taylor that she doesn't belong in Forced Creation because Taylor kept apologizing for getting them locked in or whatever. She was like, I didn't know it was gonna lock in, just trying to defend herself or whatever. That's when she started to talk about Ridge and what y'all had is wrong. It's wrong. It's over. I mean, it is wrong, but But yeah, they were just talking about the same thing. Ridge, the same person. Ridge. What else did they say? They said something else. Taylor brought up the fact, she was like, every time Reed look at you, all he gonna see is the betrayal because you took that CEO position or whatever, and he was just so hurt by that or whatever, and he's never gonna look at you the same. I said, he looking at her now. He looking at her now. I was like, okay, like I don't think it's too much that could really. Now we have been seeing Reed upset, and the whole reason why he went with Taylor, well, I ain't gonna say the whole reason, but majority of the reason why he went to Taylor is because of the CEO situation. And the other half is because it's just her time. Y'all know I always say that. Y'all know I always say that or whatever. But yeah, they still doing the same thing, going back and forth or whatever. What else did they show on the preview for next week's episode? I know they show Eric and Ridge talking. Who else did they show? Did they show Hope? I think they showed Hope. I think, was Carter still trying to get her? I said, you and Brooke just need to let it go at this point. They showed somebody else. I can't remember, y'all. Hold on. Also, I wrote down, I said Eric want Ridge and Brooke to get together or whatever. Who was he talking to? Was he talking to Donna and Katie? I think he was talking to Donna and Katie or whatever. But yeah, then, like I said, then it happened. They finally got out because they went and got Charlie. Charlie unlocked it. She got dressed. She got on stage and she started walking. Ridge turned around. He just all smiles. Then next, I think the highlight I think the highlight of this episode for me was when first Taylor had picked up out the curtain, then next door Stephen, they was just staring at Brooke. They was just staring at Brooke. But I said, y'all know my opinion. I don't think neither one of them should be with him, to be honest. But I know some people want Taylor and Reese together. Some people want Brooke and Reese together or whatever. I don't know. I wish they both had somebody else, to be honest. I wish they had somebody else, to be honest. But what do y'all think is going to happen on next week's new episode? Hold on. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to try to make this 8 minutes long, though. But yeah, nothing happened. I'm just ready for next week's episode. I'm ready to see. Hold on. What's the airplane? I'm ready to see what happens and everything. Let me know down below. You know, y'all thoughts. Hold on. I'm about to type in the comments, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I typed in the comments. Hey, y'all. I'm going to type in what did y'all think of the episode. Y'all think today's episode was boring? What did y'all think of today's new episode? Yes, very boring. Yes, it was. Like, hopefully next out. I ain't gonna say it. I'm about to say hopefully next week's new episode be good, but we know how that go. we know how that go. They keep trying to get me to share this referral link again. It's in the way. Let me see. It won't even let me post a comment. Hold on. Well, don't look like we're gonna make it to 8 minutes today. I'm about to, because did nothing happen. It's nothing else to talk about because it was just a fashion show. Brooke finally got out there. Wait a minute, it is something to talk about. They said that something's supposed to be happening on the what they call it, the catwalk or whatever between Taylor and Brooke. That didn't happen. That did not happen. But I guess I should know by now that, you know, everything that they say about spoilers don't end up being true. But yeah, I gotta watch General Hospital next, and then I'm gonna do that review. I'm gonna try to do Beyond the Gates later today as well, y'all. Hold on. Brooke and Taylor deserve better, but they are both silly women. Yes, then I feel like they both just foolishly in love with this man, and then they both delusional because they know doggone well this man, if he with Taylor, then he still be wanting Brooke. If he with Brooke, he still be wanting Taylor. So I mean, it's not a difference. But yeah, hopefully next week's new episode. I haven't seen the spoilers. I don't think they post that until later today. But once again, spoilers don't always be true, anyways, though, y'all. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great. Hold on, wait, let me see. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day, a great weekend. Be safe and enjoy yourselves. Deuces.